Welcome to Dear Unnies. Unnies means older sister in Korean. We hope that we can share a bit of ourselves through sisterly tutorials with you. Today I'm making one of my favorite dishes. It's pork belly ssam. Korean barbecue is just a really popular forms of food out there, if I can say that. Basically, you go to a restaurant and you'll sit around a charcoal, ideally, or most likely like a gas stove in the middle of the table, and you grill meat, you talk with friends, you drink, you talk story while you're cooking. And I love it because it's not only is Korean food all about like freshness, Korean cooking is very tactile. It's about touching your food. It's about being really intimate with it. And I love that. It's also an act of love. When I think of lettuce wraps, I think about the long journey from like the Korean airport in Seoul, then going to a barbecue restaurant with my grandparents and my halmoni, my grandmother, making me just the perfect balanced lettuce wraps, which has years of her making these, perfecting the ratio of meat to rice to sauce, and putting that knowledge intimately in a little parcel of food and just shoving it in my mouth. Thinking about that makes me tear up because I'm not going to have that perfectly curated lettuce wrap again. But maybe one day I will have grandchildren and they will have one from me. Why is food so emotional? Anyway, today I'm going to be making a really simple version of lettuce wraps that you can do at a dinner party with your friends. You can do as just a weeknight quick meal, but this is a version that I really like and it's so easy to make, and I think that the end product is ace. Let's get started in making the marinade for the pork belly. So in the UK, the pork belly comes in these kind of thick slabs. You can buy this thick slabs at the butcher's. I got this at my local grocery store. If you have like the thinner slices, I wouldn't broil it. Instead, just cook it in the pan. I broil it, especially if you're doing a big batch. It's great for a dinner party. So the marinade is 4 ingredients. We have ginger, Korean miso or soybean paste, red pepper paste. The 4th ingredient is mirin. You can get this at most local shops, definitely at all Asian stores. These are a little bit more niche. You would likely only get them at Korean stores, or if your Asian section of your grocery store is really well stocked. This soybean paste is punchy, but if you are wary of committing to a tab, I suggest just using miso, and it's a fine substitute. First off, I'm gonna chop the ginger. A friend of mine, her father is a Chinese chef. I saw that she just left the skin on it. I didn't realize you could do that, and for the longest time I peeled all my ginger. Now, if it bothers you, feel free to peel it. You can use a peeler. A spoon works actually really, really well. And I just dice it like this. Next, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of mirin and a tablespoon of this chili paste. Tablespoon of Doenjang Korean soybean paste. And this is it. Then you just place it on the pork. You can do this overnight. I will do it for a minimum of 20-30 minutes. Korean food is maybe not the prettiest, certainly not delicate, but man, is it tasty. You see these pieces of ginger. They're gonna get nice and caramelized when I toast it up. I'm just gonna put this in the fridge for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, while I get some of the salad stuff ready. We're going to make the 2 salads. I'll start with the scallion salad because it needs to sit in some ice cold water. First, I'm gonna chop the green onions. So you just want them in like 2.5, 3-inch cubes. You just slice them lengthwise, and I throw them into the water, ice water. And the reason why I do that is not just to clean them and it spruces them up, but it also helps them curl slightly. And if you go to Korean restaurants, I often find that I love how curled their vegetables are, and it's because they do, I think it's because they do the step of putting it in ice cold water. Curly spring onions. I'll just let that soak while I prepare the cilantro. This is a creation by my mother. She uses it as a side to her kalbi. So quick, but if you're a cilantro fan, you will love this. It's about 1 inch You can tell by how much I'm making for 2 people that this is a cilantro loving household. I'll probably wait to dress them till just before I'm gonna cook the pork. The fresher it is, the better with the salads. I'm going to be using 2 different lettuces today for the lettuce wraps. Perilla leaves, which are really fragrant Korean leaf. If you're not a fan of very like herbaceous things, I would just leave it out, and you can use any kind of lettuce really. Today this lettuce just looked really good. I think it's butter lettuce or something along those lines. I eat every part of the lettuce. This is a great dish if you're doing low carb. Wow, the leaves are so fragrant. I can smell them already. Just from washing it, it just releases a scent. Perilla leaves are one of my favorite things to eat with pork. You can even chop them into kimchi fried rice. You can use the leaves, marinate the leaves, and they're a side dish in itself, and you can wrap rice with it, and it's so good. I'm just positioning the leaves so they can drain a little better while I cook the pork. I'll just prepare the 2 dips in advance. I use dips very loosely, it's so easy. So for the first dip, which actually you have a lot in Korean restaurants, it's just sesame oil and some salt. It's my favorite dip, toasted sesame oil. It just smells so good. Love it. The second dip is a lot like the marinade. I just mix a little bit of the red chili paste with some of the Doenjang, the fermented soy, and it just adds a kick if you want to kind of uplift the marinade, if you feel like it's getting lost. You just want half and half. So I just put like the end of my chopstick, I'll just dip a little bit and put it in the lettuce wrap. I think this is the key to my grandmother's lettuce wraps. So the plan is I'm going to broil or grill the pork belly. While I'm doing one side, I'll make the scallion or the green onion salad. While I'm broiling the other side, I'll make the cilantro salad. And then we'll be ready to eat. All I'm doing here, placing the marinated pork on the grill pan, getting as much of this delicious marinade. Pork belly ssam. Did I make enough? Why am I so hungry? I only have 1 colander, so actually I have to make the leaves display. I like to display the leaves. Like so. Just a little fan. You can just not bother with this stuff and put them in a pile. That's also fine. I just put the large leaves on the outside. Especially for dinner parties, I'll make the effort to make it look like a little bit nicer. And that's the presentation. I will drain the spring onion. There are actually many iterations of the spring onion salad. Every restaurant will do it differently. Some do it spicy, sweet, salty. Because my coriander salad, my cilantro salad has a real saltiness to it, I will make a sweeter marinade for this salad. You can see these great curls, and it's so crisp because of the ice water. The salad dressing is really simple. I use 2 tiny teaspoons of sugar and a tablespoon of soy sauce. I will also add a little bit of that rice vinegar, a bit of normal vinegar, apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar, you can use red wine vinegar. They all work. Also throw in some sesame seeds in there, red chili powder for a bit of color. I'll pour that over when I get ready on the other side. Yes, that's how you want it to look, charred on the edges. Even more charred would be better, but I don't want to overcook the pork belly. And I'm just going to turn these over and do the same thing on the other side. Pour the marinade into the spring onion salad. Give them a quick stir. And you'll want to stir them again when you serve this. Now it's time for my favorite salad, the cilantro salad. And the key to this is fish sauce or hondashi. I will use a little bit of fish sauce, like half a teaspoon, just a sprinkle here of hondashi. Sesame oil, and sea salt. And finally, some Korean chili pepper powder. You want it to look peppered. You want to see the chili. And you also want it to glisten with the sesame oil. I love sesame oil. I'm just gonna put in a little more. That's like a good 3 or 4 tablespoons in there. Yeah. Yes. So good. This saltiness and the vinegar also in the scallions, I think what they do is they help cut through some of the fattiness of the pork. It's a nice way of being able to eat like really fatty pork belly, but for it to feel well-rounded. See that char? The char. That's what you want. Actually, you want more than I was able to achieve this time. So you just want this to rest for just a couple minutes. I will pre-slice them so we can eat it at a dinner table really conveniently. You can also put rice in it. I'm on a low carb thing, so there's no rice for me today. If you wanted to make a delicious stovetop rice, you can do that via my video. The rice turns out really good every time. You can add a little bit of rice to each lettuce wrap, or you can eat it on the side, up to you. Lettuce wraps are also where you can be uniquely you. Do you. Just enjoy it. We're ready to eat, we're ready to eat. I'll show you how I do it. So lettuce, I'll put 2 layers, just cause I love it. I'll take one of these guys, throw it in here. That's the sesame oil. I'll put a touch of this dressing, and I'll put this spring onion salad and some, like, you know, a lot of cilantro, and I'll top it off with the chili. And you just want to wrap it. Ready? Yes! Slam dunk, 3-pointer. That is awesome.
Mixed metaphors.
A 3-pointer is
Slam dunk, 3-pointer.
okay, fine. So I should definitely quit using sports metaphors. I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit like if you enjoyed it and subscribe. We would love to hear from you if there are any recipes you would like us to share. Big love and take care. Bye.